What are you lot saying? Welcome back to another episode of the Optimum Collective podcast. Big ups once again to each and every one of you for tuning in, for checking in, for listening, wherever you are in the world. I appreciate you all very much. I know I say it all the time, but it is proper true. Like, it means a lot that you take the time to listen to me waffle, so thank you. I understand, of course, that it's not necessarily me that you're listening to or you're tuning in for. And this week I have another absolute legend on the poddy by Tyrone. As you'll see soon, also another giant, huge fella, really, really nice guy, absolute legend. We get into all things training, nutrition, and just life in general, to be honest. This conversation went for, I think it's an hour and 7 minutes, and honestly, we could have sat here all day. Before I knew it, an hour had gone by and we were like, fuck, we need to wrap this up. So really good chat. Got lost in it myself, so I hope you guys find some value in it. Now then, if you wouldn't mind just popping in to, the homepage if you are on Spotify and following the podcast, that'd be all time. I appreciate you. And if you're on YouTube, like, subscribe, whatever you fancy doing, would really, really mean a lot to me. No pressure, of course. If you can't be bothered, not a problem at all, but I thought I'd ask anyway. But anyway, let's get into it. Please welcome Tyrone, and I'll see you on the other side. Peace and love. Wallop.
What's going on, man?
How are you, bro?
Good. Finally.
Yeah, literally. Hey, fucking hell. We made it.
Yeah.
We made it. After some ball aches.
Mm.
And also, this bit's always funny, because now we got to pretend that that's not there. You'll get used to it. Yo. In a minute. But yeah, for those who don't know, we've been trying to do this fucking few days.
Yeah.
And then I had some camera issues because I don't know shit about technology. But we're here.
Yeah.
How are you, bro?
I'm good, bro.
Good.
Good to be here.
Finally, we made it. What's been going on?
Not much, man. Just working on the business.
Yeah.
End of financial year, so just had a big sale with True Colours.
Yeah.
That went really well. And then, yeah.
That is fucking mint. Yeah. We'll get into that actually, because I haven't actually asked you that since I've seen you. That's fucking cool. Who are you? What do you do? Tell us.
So
Tell us your story.
I'm Tyrone Reynolds. I was born on the Sunshine Coast, so I've been here my whole life. And yeah, just love the gym, love to surf. Don't really have too much to add to that. Just a Sunshine Coast boy trying to be a personal trainer on the coast.
That's it, isn't it? Sunny coast. Yeah, fuck.
Mm.
I didn't know that. Born and raised. Same as now?
What was that?
Same as your missus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she was born in Bowen, but yeah, she's pretty much lived here her whole life.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Yeah. That's a cool place to grow up, isn't it?
Yeah.
How'd you go on the waves? Pretty good.
Yeah, good.
Good at surfing?
Yeah, try to surf as much as I can. It's less now that I've got responsibilities as an adult, but when I was a kid, it was every day.
How do you go being huge? Does it make it harder?
Surfing? Yeah, 100%. Yeah, like when you're paddling and stuff, you get a pump, so it makes it pretty hard.
Literally, hey.
And yeah, you get pretty just because you're muscly doesn't mean you're fit.
Well, legit. That's something I've learned recently.
Yeah. So
sometimes it goes back the other way. The more muscly, the less fit.
Yeah. It's
every now and then. What's your story then? So you're PT now?
Yeah.
That's a fairly new occurrence, isn't it? Where did you started out as a tradie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I left school, went straight into a carpentry apprenticeship under my stepdad's company. So that was pretty easy to get into, and finished my trade as a carpenter. So yeah, it was like a certificate 3.
Yeah.
And then by the end of it, I was pretty over it. I was just not about that work and hell hard 6 days a week kind of vibe, and thought I'd go out and try and do something else, which I failed miserably, bro. It was not as easy as I thought. So
what did you try to do?
Everything, dude.
Yeah.
I worked as a bartender, and I did packing in IGA and just anything to get money in, because I realized that you just, when you don't have an income,
Yeah.
it gets a bit hard.
Oh,
So,
fuck yeah.
and I was a pretty big fan of going out clubbing and stuff. So the paychecks would just go out quite fast.
Yeah. Fuck.
And then after that, I got a job working on the wind farms with one of my best friends from the coast, and did that for a while, just on and off.
What is that? What is that? What are you doing?
So we were concreting the foundations for the big wind turbines,
Right.
and yeah, it was basically just like setting up formwork, doing a bit of like a bit of steel work, and then concreting mostly. So,
Yeah.
and then grouting once it was all finished and buried.
Is it hard?
It was actually so like long hours,
Right.
cruisy work.
Right.
Yeah,
That
it
was
was
physically
and
taxing.
yeah, like it was, but it was just easy.
Yeah.
You didn't really have to think too much about it. Like it's all getting buried anyway, so
Yeah, true.
yeah,
It doesn't have to look good.
yeah,
Yeah.
it didn't need to be like a finished slab.
True.
Yeah, but then yeah, so that was good. And then from there, I COVID happened basically. I was just supposed to go live over in Bali at the end of 2019, and then we couldn't really do anything for 2 years and just
Yeah,
lost.
fucking nuts, innit? What did you do in that time?
So I was living with because we sold everything because we were pretty much ready to just go live in Bali. So, like literally the night that everything shut down, we were supposed to hop on a taxi the next morning
No way.
and hop on a plane, and it all got
way.
cancelled the night before.
Fuck.
So we just stayed at my parents' house for a while, and just like I got into DJing, did just hobby stuff.
Yeah.
Couldn't really do much, so we were just trying to make it as fun as we possibly could.
Yeah,
Got into a bit of a party phase, just having a couple of house parties here and there, and then yeah, kind of went off and got a house in Mauritius for a while, and just did cabinet making after that for
Yeah, right.
2 years. And then got another wind farm job, and then started doing.
So does a wind farm thing? Is that like kind of mines or not? Is it like
it was different, like still fly in, fly out work,
right? Yeah,
but just a different kind of vibe to doing the mines.
Yeah, okay. Have you done the mines?
I have, yeah, but it wasn't like underground or anything like that. We were redoing the docks at Hay Point in Mackay.
Right. Yeah.
So they're doing like a big extension on that. So we were there just doing precast slabs. Just random jobs.
How do you get into that?
Same guy that got me onto the wind farms.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, Ethan. I was lucky enough to get onto that job. That was ridiculously good money, and just like you got penalties on top of a really good hourly rate.
Yeah.
Got to work with like my little brother and my two best friends.
Sick.
So it was really good.
Sick. That's super handy, isn't it?
Yeah.
How long did you do that for?
So we did that for a year. That would have been 2022. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
22.
And then the jump to PT.
Nah. Oh well, we moved after I did the Hay Point. We went over to Bali and lived there for a year.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
mad.
So we were traveling, like every 2 months to different countries to try and renew that visa, and then just lived in Bali that whole time.
Mate, that is sick.
Yeah.
Where were you going to, like, every couple of months?
Just Thailand, babe. Like we'd go to Thailand. We went to Singapore. Just a couple, just to renew that. We didn't want to go to anywhere too far, just because it was a bit expensive. But Thailand was pretty much to go each time.
So how does the visa work there? Why is it every couple of months? Is there not like a work visa you can get or something?
Yeah, I think it was just cheaper to do what we were doing.
Yeah.
And we didn't know if we were going to be there for the whole year. So we were just like, well, we get to go traveling. Might as well just do the 2-month thing and just pay for the extension after the 30 days.
Fucking hell. So you're like, yeah, I mean, you get to go on holiday anyway, don't you? So it's not a bad thing.
But we were just literally working on True Colours the whole time, basically.
Yeah. For the people, what is True Colours?
So my partner Dallas, she started a clothing brand for chicks like festivals out, like a festival outfit.
Yeah.
And we did that actually during COVID when we moved down to Victoria for a wind farm. And we went into lockdown for ages. Like I think it was like 3 months or 4 months straight of lockdown, and she just like used the time super wisely and just started making outfits and then selling them on, I think it's called Depop or
Depop.
yeah, Depop.
Yeah, right.
And then she just was selling out. So then she started doing custom orders through Shopify, and then it just got
Sick.
so big that we were just like, let's go to Bali and find a manufacturer. Luckily, my cousin, he had a partner and she had a clothing brand already. So she helped us out a fair bit, and he helped us out with some manufacturers over there.
Fuck yeah, that's mad.
Came together so easily. So yeah, when we went to Bali, we just full tilt into that, and it just
That's mint.
so well. So yeah, that's doing really good.
So she was making the shit first.
Yeah.
And then obviously it gets to a point where it's like,
Yeah.
I can't keep up.
To a certain
Yeah,
amount.
100%. Yeah, right.
Yeah. She still would like, I still think that she would probably rather make it herself because she just loves just creating stuff. She's just non-stop doing that.
But I guess the cool thing about that is she could be like, she could make one that she likes and then be like, sweet, let's make loads of them.
Yeah. That's literally what she does.
Yeah. That's fucking mad.
Yeah, it's cool as, man. She's very passionate about it. It's just cool to see someone that's like, I don't know, didn't do it for the money. She just did it because she liked to do it. And then it just organically sprouted into something really cool. And now it's created a community where chicks can, dress up like they want to dress up and
100%.
get supported by a bunch of other girls that are just super like supportive, which is really, really cool. I didn't think it would ever kind of I didn't think it was about that until like the last festival we went to with a bunch of people that we'd met, like Dale had met them through obviously customer messages, and we just had a meet and greet at Touch Base.
Yeah.
And man, they're just like the nicest people ever. And it just felt like we were friends for ages, and it's just like there's like a Facebook community full of those people.
Yeah.
And every time you go to a festival, you just get to meet all these cool gangsters, eh?
That is sick, isn't it?
Yeah.
Guess it's something, I guess, like you said, like you don't think about, right? Like because when you're thinking business, you're like, right, I've got a product.
Yeah.
I've got to market that product. I've got to sell that product.
Yeah.
Simple shit.
Yeah.
But if it can be something bigger than that, it could be.
It's like something that everyone can be a part of. Kind of thing.
Along with like the stuff is cool as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, and I love that niche of festival attire as well, isn't it? Because people wear some gnarly shit to festivals, don't they?
It's good because I don't think Australia is that big into it at the moment. So it is good to kind of bring that sort of culture from like Europe and America over to Australia, because it's slowly starting to grow.
What do you reckon your biggest kind of like, I guess, client base is? Europe?
It would probably be at the moment everywhere, man. I think Australia's probably 50% of it, and then you've got America, which is huge, and then a lot of people from like Belgium and Switzerland and just everywhere, man. I think she had a few orders from Korea and China, and it's heaps. So,
and then once that community vibe's there as well, it's like, I guess that's how it grows, isn't it? Because it's like
word spreads.
And people are like, oh my God, where'd you get that from?
Yeah. Well, heaps of reviews and stuff as well, which is good.
Yeah.
People send her photos.
User-generated content and shit as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, it's good.
That is mint.
Yeah.
That is fucking cool, isn't
it? Yeah.
Also, just the fact that it comes out of just a love for doing it as well.
Yeah. No, it's a pretty inspiring thing. And it's kind of been able to allow me to pursue my passion for fitness, as well as helping that business grow as well. So it's opened up a lot of doors. So
it's cool, isn't it? Like both of you creating your own future, if you will, but together.
Yeah.
But separately, but together.
Yeah.
That's fucking mint.
Yeah. It's good, man. Yeah.
How's the PT stuff going?
It's going good. Yeah. Slowly building up that client base. You got to go through a lot of free packs, free time. And I think a lot of people don't realize that like it is for free. So, it is, yeah, it's good when you convert them over, but you've just got to kind of go through those.
It's a hell of a roller coaster, isn't it?
It is, man. Yeah.
And like, yeah, valuing your time's a big deal, I think.
Yeah.
And something that obviously at the beginning, I don't think I necessarily even do it now, to be honest. Like now it's kind of like I just got to be in the fucking gym
Yeah.
as much as I can. I do kind of, try and knock it on the head at a certain time frame.
Yeah.
Do
you feel like being in the gym helps you with getting eyeballs or like clients, you know what I mean? Or
like
why do you think?
Do I think? Probably not, to be honest. But like in theory, you're on the floor. People are like, "Oh, he's actually fucking doing shit." So like, yeah. But like, rarely does somebody just come up to you on the floor and be like, "Oh, can you train me, please?"
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like you still have to. I think just being in there so people know who you are as well. So then you just get the hellos.
Yeah.
How you doing? And then that's how you start chatting to people.
Yeah.
And then you start chatting to people, and then either they're like, "Oh, I was trying to do this," and I'll be like, "Oh, sweet. Well, fucking Tyrone's good at that. So why don't you ask him?"
Yeah.
And then it kind of just works.
Yeah.
Like that. I think it's like an ecosystem in itself, isn't it? I think just conversing with people has value in itself.
Yeah.
Whether those people, it doesn't matter if they come on board or not, but they might chat to someone who wants something from, you never know.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like this geezer's auntie might be looking for a PT.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you just fucking never know.
Mm.
But obviously that's not why you do it. You do it just because we like being in the gym, to be honest.
Yeah.
I just like being in there.
Same.
I always said if I could be in the gym for hours, I'd be happy.
Yeah, dude.
And now you got it. You're like, I'm actually in here a lot, so I'll probably fucking leave. Yeah, dude. Especially in the afternoon, man. That place is busy at like 4.
Well, when I first started, I was getting a few clients in the afternoon. One of the other PTs was like, "Look at all these clients that are here. Like this is like prime time. All the other trainers are gone." I'm like, "Yeah, there's a reason."
Yeah.
I don't know if I can deal with this sort of like waiting for machines and stuff.
That's a really cool perception of it. I guess whoever that was, I probably know who it was. That's a cool way to look at it.
Yeah,
because you go, there's so many people here, but it's also like, yeah, but like if I've got a client and I need to get on a machine, and like all of the machines have got 6 people around them, it's like, how the fuck is this person going to get a good session from me?
Yeah,
chances are they're not.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I think that's probably something that like is a learnt skill, is just finding that.
Well, how many times you looked up and been like, "Oh, we were going to do that," or that, and that, and that.
And you got to pretend that like it's all a part of the plan. Like you can't be like, "Oh, no, I don't know what to do." You're going to be like, "Oh, I know exactly what to do. Come with me. I know we're training legs, but now we're going to do some arms." It's a superset. Trust me, this works.
Yes, it's great. Yeah. Yeah, it's fucking, it's fun though, isn't it? It's fun. I think you learn a lot just by being on the floor as well, just doing it and meeting people. And
it forces you to learn exercises that you wouldn't necessarily do yourself as well.
Yeah, and just new shit. Because then you have to go home and learn more shit. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like sweet, or like me just having a conversation with you and being like, "This is what I did," or even in the car a minute ago when we were talking about how to package things up and things like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
you just. If you weren't there having those conversations, you wouldn't learn that shit.
Exactly.
And if you weren't there coaching someone, like how to squat, people struggle with that. Hey, goodness gracious.
Yeah.
So
I
like
those people.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
You're like 12 foot tall.
I just never. I've always used that excuse of like, "Oh, my back's got problems, so I can't squat."
I am one of those people.
So I did a session with Colin the other day, and we were doing squats. I was like, "Oh, I can actually do squats." This whole time I've been bagging them, but no, it just shows you can do a lot of things that you probably wouldn't necessarily do.
Yeah. Meeting people, chatting to people. Because everyone's got a different way of doing shit as well, right?
Yeah,
like
100%.
So just picking up little bits and bobs from everyone too is handy. What kind of training do you do at the moment? Do you have a split? Do you have a program?
So I basically just do the bro split, which is just single muscle groups 5 times a week, 6 if I can.
Yeah.
probably burnt myself out recently, just kind of lost that drive to train at the moment, but I think it's probably a good thing to have a bit of a break and just kind of, I don't know, get a bit of motivation again from not being in there, I guess. Just focusing on jiu-jitsu at the moment. But
Yeah, that's cool. Is that a new thing or is
that's a new thing, yeah.
Yeah.
So I started that November last year and just kind of been doing that on and off. But now it's the more you get better at it,
Yeah.
the more you just like, oh man, I want to come in more and get better quicker. And it's the same thing with the gym. It's like when you're feeling you're getting results and you just never want to leave. You're just like, oh, I'm on a roll.
Yeah.
I feel like it's transitioned from gym to like jiu-jitsu now. But
Do you think it matters what it is? Like you say, because you could get that from the gym, jiu-jitsu, CrossFit,
yeah,
boxing.
everything. I wish I had it for multiple things.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
My little brain can only handle a couple of things at a time, but yeah, I had it with surfing. I had it with like, I don't know, even in Bali, I was reading books like constantly because we didn't really have like the best TV over there, and I didn't want to just watch Netflix and stuff all the time. And I'm not like the fastest guy, so I was like, I'm gonna just start reading books, and I just got hell into reading books like every day. I'm not, man. I've got like a 3-minute buffering time, so I'm not. I'm just like,
Oh, that's so funny. What kind of books are you reading?
it was like self-development books, but I got like a little bit bored of them, so I started reading like just horror novels, and then Alice just got the whole set of like Harry Potter, so we've kind of just been like,
that was going to be my next question.
Dude.
Have you read Harry Potter?
yeah, we're rereading it, dude. It's like deleted scenes.
So sick,
It's like
isn't it?
way better than I wish I had read the books before the movie.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. But also, you still get to be like,
It all makes sense now.
what?
Yeah.
What do you mean there are elves underneath the Great Hall cooking food? Like, what?
I wonder how that got made.
Yeah, it's fucking sick. And like so many, but then you go like, why didn't they put that in there?
Yeah.
But then you're like, well, you got to fucking figure out where you can, because otherwise they would have been year-long movies, wouldn't they?
Dead set. Yeah, they had to like put them all into a short film.
Yeah. Fuck, they're good, hey.
Unreal.
Do you know what? I only actually read them for the first time. Would have been 2020 probably.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, it's taken me until literally this year.
Yeah. They're there.
Glad that I did it though.
Yeah, it's mint. Fucking mint. I don't know what we were saying before that. Training. Yeah, how do you get into
what was my
stuff
training?
like that? But you're training now, bro split. And what's the kind of like, in terms of clientele, do you have like a specific client that you attract accidentally, or has you got an array?
I think at the moment, since I've started, it's basically just people that don't really know how to structure their workouts or not sure how to use the equipment and stuff like that. I haven't really had anyone that's like people that are looking to do shows and stuff like that normally kind of know. They think they know a lot more than, I don't know. Like they come to you being like, I want to do this, and then they kind of be like, actually, I know how to do this myself.
Yeah.
A lot of the people that I'm attracting at the moment are just people that are just wanting to get good at the gym.
Yeah.
Want some guidance through their workouts. And then the other people are basically just wanting to take the guesswork out of their training. They just want someone to run them through it and make sure they're doing the work that needs to be done to get the results that they're after.
That accountability is interesting, isn't it?
It is.
Because it's like, and do you know what? Even today, I was in the hack squat. Fuck that thing.
Yeah.
But I did 3 sets on my own, and then Bailey came over and he was like, another one.
Yeah.
Another one. And I got like, and it really annoyed me. It didn't annoy me, but it did annoy me. Like, it was sick when he came over.
Yeah.
Because I got an extra 4 reps.
Yeah.
Than I was doing in the previous 3 sets.
Yeah.
It's like, even just that level, just having somebody there. Do you know what I mean? It's like fucking super valuable.
Yeah. Like literally the last 4 days I haven't trained just because of the lack of motivation. Just kind of, but if I had someone being like, where are you, man? Like, I would have been like, fuck, I couldn't let myself not go, or my competitive mind would have just been like, I'm not like, if my little brother was like, oh, you're falling behind or something, I just would,
Fuck
I
you.
can't come second, man. Like I need
Yeah.
to be doing, but when there's no one there to kind of, it's all on you. So it can get pretty hard sometimes, and I get that.
I think that's why the group fitness thing works so well. Because like you said, you touched on taking the guesswork out of it.
Mm.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Because like the programming's done for you.
Yeah.
And then usually you have, you're turning up and there's another fucking 30 people there. So you're like, well,
yeah,
if you're working hard, I'm not working hard. Do you know what I mean? It's not like a competition thing, but it's like an environment thing, right? Like, you could probably get the same thing, I guess, if you went to a group fitness class and everyone was like, oh, I'll just take it easy. Then everyone would probably take it easy. But usually that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
And then you get that, like you said, new skills, you get better, you start learning. And then before you know it, you're like, fuck,
easy.
I want to do this all the time.
Yeah, that's it.
Whereas on your own, it takes a different kind of level, doesn't it? To be
you need that. You need to be good. Like, as soon as, I feel like it takes a little while for you to start seeing results, but once you start seeing results, it becomes like almost like an addiction.
I think that's part of the problem, though, right? Because it does take
a long time.
Long time.
And that's why a lot of people just kind of give up. And I think that's a really important job for the PT, to be that person that helps them get to that point where they're seeing those results.
Yeah. Now, that is a question that I didn't have written down, but it's just popped into my head. How do you tread the line between that level of kind of like accountability and also like life happens, right?
Yeah.
So like, people were like, oh, my kid's been sick, or, fuck, I didn't sleep too well last night, or, I've got COVID.
Yeah.
Then it's like, like all of those things happen. So you can't be like, get in the gym anyway.
Yeah.
So treading the line, I think, between like, obviously that shit happens, like that sucks. Like, or someone's like, oh, I've got, a big weekend coming up. It's a friend's wedding or something like that.
Yeah.
So those things happen, man.
Yeah.
But then I feel like it's human nature for things to kind of like mount up.
Yeah.
And then before they know it, they haven't actually been in the gym for 2 weeks.
Yeah. I feel like a person can be their own, like they can keep themselves accountable. Like they know deep down that like, I could have probably gone to gym this morning. I could have gone to bed earlier. There is things you can do to keep yourself accountable. There's only a certain amount that I, as a personal trainer, can do. But
lead a horse to water and all that. Yeah,
exactly. So like if you're sick and stuff, obviously, like don't beat yourself up if you can't. It's not going to be a big deal. Give your body the rest.
Yeah, fucking.
You've got a wedding. You got a big weekend. Just train the days you can during the week, the best you can, and then enjoy the weekend.
Yeah,
full ham slice. And just send it, and then come back and try and get into a routine again as fast as you can. And then
I think it's that conversation afterwards, isn't it? Being like, cool, wicked.
That was fun.
That was good.
Business.
Let's crack on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like if you give yourself a bit too much time and you're like, oh, I'm just going to like miss out today for no kind of reason, you get into a bad habit of just being like, oh, maybe I will just rest again today. Because, and then you get into a shitty routine, and it takes a little while for it to get back. So as long as you've got a game plan on back on track, you should be fine.
It's annoying how quickly it can undo.
Yeah.
And how long it takes to get. That is fucking pisses me off,
dude. I'm going through it at the moment.
What's it, 21 days to build a new habit?
Yeah.
But like, seems like 3 days to undo one that you've just built up over fucking 5 years.
Yeah.
Weird as fuck, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's infuriating.
Kind of, when you think of it like that, you kind of like be careful of the habits that you've fallen into. When you're like, oh fuck, this might be really hard to give up, and you think you've gotten rid of it, and literally 2 weeks later you fall straight back into it. You've just fallen slowly back into that little habit hole.
I find it with like food specifically, right? When I'm like meticulously tracking, say you're on a cut or something, so you're like, well, I need to know where my calories are at if I'm cutting.
Yeah.
So I find when I'm tracking, everything else seems to kind of like fall into place.
Yeah.
Because I'm tracking my food, tracking my water.
Yeah.
Tracking the workouts, the calories, blah, 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 blah. Obviously, they're not accurate, but still.
Yeah.
I'm still looking at it and using it as consistent data, whether it's wrong or right.
Yeah.
So like then it's okay. It's like, sweet, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that. Or I need this. So there's a little bit of leeway, but mainly it's, no, I'm not going to have a pizza.
Yeah.
I'll have a homemade pizza or something like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everything else kind of starts to fall into line. When you're then trying to put on weight, I find that sort of like, as soon as a little bit more leeway comes in, you kind of just start slipping, didn't you?
Yeah.
And then before you know it, you're like, I actually haven't tracked for like 2 weeks. I've actually, if I think about it, I've had 3 Dominoes in the last 2 weeks, which is crazy. I'm bulking, so it's fine. Yeah. Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. I feel like tracking your macros and stuff is super important. You know, like if you have got a goal in mind, it's just nice to know that like you've got those little wins each day. Like if you are hitting your water, you like win. Like it makes you feel good about it. It makes you feel like you're working towards something. When you're just kind of like, oh yeah, that's my goal, and you don't have a game plan, or you're not, it's like going out in the forest without a map and being like, I'll find my way back. It's like, you might find your way back. You might get to that goal, but like the chances are it's not very high.
So true, isn't it?
Yeah. It kind of just gives you that like you're ensuring yourself that that's the results I'm going to get at this time. If I do everything right, and it keeps you accountable.
And just like you say, moving in the right direction. Yeah. Otherwise you're just treading water, really, innit?
Yeah. And that doesn't necessarily mean you've got to give up all the things that you like, love as well. Like you've just got to do it a bit smarter.
And then it's just having the conversation with yourself at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Because like if you have this reason and this why, then when the cake comes around at the office, maybe you go,
which has happened a few times.
Do you know what I mean?
This month, far out.
Well, then you go, right, am I going to have it? Am I not? Yeah. It's just that conversation. And if you have it, at least you're aware of the fact that you've had it.
Yeah.
But if you don't have that conversation, maybe you have it, say it comes through 5 days of the week.
Yeah.
And you're like, yep.
Yeah.
5 days of the week, then your deficit's completely gone.
Yeah. 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 Especially if you're trying to do a cut or something like that. It's just like you don't realize how much calories are in a slice of cake. Like it's like half of your day. You're like, oh, cool. That's awesome. I just wasted that. Now I can't eat for the rest of the day.
I've got 3 eggs to fill me up. Yeah, lovely. Yeah, fuck, it's mad, isn't it? And that's why I think tracking's important. For a bit, at least.
Yeah.
Not forever.
Yeah.
I don't mind doing it, but like some people hate it.
Yeah.
So like just for a little bit, just so you know. Because if you haven't tracked, you don't know that one slice of cake's going to fuck you up.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of bodybuilders say just like repetition with the same foods is what works. So for me, what I'll do is I'll pick my meals for the week, meals that I like, super simple, like mince and rice, eggs and kangaroo patty, like just stuff that's easy to hit my macros. And I'll do that every Sunday. And that way I don't need to track it every day through the week. I know I'm eating the exact same thing. I'm doing the exact same routine every day and I'm hitting those macros.
Yeah.
And then if I get over some meals the next Sunday, I'll change it up again when I'm doing a food shop. I'll be like, instead of mince and rice, I'm going to have like a chicken pasta or I'm going to have like homemade chicken schnitzel, something like that.
That's a really good idea.
It just makes it easier to track your food. Because, you don't like, you've got people that are probably like, oh, I'm just going to make different meals and do all this. It's like you're making it so much harder for yourself and it's going to be a lot harder to hit your macros each day. If you know that like getting up and you're having like a smoothie that's, you know, that's how many like grams of protein are in that.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. It's just easy. It takes the guesswork out of it and your results will just slowly just
100%
come to light from doing that.
Like you say, decision fatigue as well.
Yeah.
Like,
you get over it, and then you fall off the track, like you fall off the tracking order to that Domino's. And it's like, because it's an easy option.
Yeah. Do you prep all your meals for the week? Or you just kind of go?
I don't. No, I'm pretty slack at the moment with doing that. But at the same time, I don't really like cooking fucking all day on Sunday. So I know I used to do it. Which was like all good. But at the moment, I kind of just do it like every like 3 days, like every second or third day.
Yeah.
And just do like a big thing of like mince and rice, have that in that container, and then cook a couple of pizzas or I don't know.
Yeah. I'll just cook like at the moment anyway. I'll just cook like 4 meals.
Yeah.
So I have one for dinner, and then while I'm cooking dinner, I've got tomorrow's lunch, tomorrow's dinner, and then the next day's lunch.
Yeah.
Which again is pretty handy. Again, fortunate enough that I don't mind eating the same thing. I've eaten the same thing for about 6 years.
Yeah.
Not that I look great for it, but still, it's fucking fine.
Yeah, if it works.
If it works. And it's, I think that's a big thing. But like you say, just fucking decision fatigue. Like, if you can just keep the same fucking thing, it's like I don't need to necessarily track my shit every day because I know what it is when I tracked it. It's the same as it was on Wednesday. So
yeah, and like you said, it's a pain in the ass sometimes. Like some days you're just like, it couldn't be fucked.
Yeah, but without it, you don't know where you're at.
Yeah.
So how do you move forwards if you don't know where the fuck you are?
Exactly.
Like you said, that forest, being in the forest is fucking. That's a lot of that.
It's the hardest habits to crack is your diet.
Yeah.
Because I'm just,
Again, dropping off as well. Like, it's so easy just to be like, great for a bit.
Yeah.
And then,
as soon as that, you have that one chocolate, or you're just like, I'll just eat the whole thing. Smash the whole block.
Give me the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck. Or like, what did we do the other day? We fucking we basically just had like this platter of just chocolate.
Really?
Like, literally had this like wooden, what would have been a charcuterie board, but it was with chocolate. And like, there was Maltesers on it, pods, Kit Kats. Bruh, it was sick.
I can
just
enjoy that right now.
The whole thing, man. Yeah. It was mad. Yep. No guilt, but you got to do it.
It has to be done.
That would have been, if I'd have tracked that would have been a week's worth of calories. Also, just protein though. That's a good thing to do as well. Is just fucking, if you don't worry about the rest of it. Just fucking make sure your protein's high.
Yeah,
that's a big deal too, isn't it?
Yeah,
that people just don't fucking do.
That's the first thing I tell my clients. If they're wanting to put on size, you need to like at least track your protein.
Yeah,
like hit that, and at least then you'll be adding some size on. Like, it's all well and good to like manage your, like, I know, like, you've obviously got to manage your fats and your carbs and stuff as well, but like if you're not getting your protein in, you'll still be.
And that way you can kind of, again, eliminate the like constant analysis paralysis, I suppose. Like, if you're like, these are the calories, these are your macros, blah blah blah. Whereas if you kind of go, look, just fucking aim for little fly, get in the eye. If you say, look, try and fucking eat this protein.
Yeah.
Like, the rest of it will kind of.
You'll start seeing results, and then it'll make you more motivated to
then do the other bits. Yeah, fucking oath. Yeah, 100%. I think it's foot in the door, isn't it?
Yeah.
However you can get in the door with the least amount of resistance.
Yeah.
Get the ball rolling and then add shit later.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
I think that that book Atomic Habits, have you read that?
Yeah, I finished it
about like making it so easy for yourself that it's just you're going to tend to do the easiest thing first. So.
Yeah. And then stack something on top of that, right?
Yeah.
So like, I don't know, fucking.
It's like fold your clothes the night before.
Yeah.
And like put it next to like your toothbrush or something.
Yeah.
And it's just like, bang, everything's getting done, and you're just setting it up the night before.
Yeah.
And putting yourself in that habit of doing it without thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like that's the same with like diet. Just know what you're doing and then just do it, and it's ready for tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing about cooking more extra meals, right? Like, if you've got lunch in the fridge.
Yeah.
Like the other night I was coming home and I was like, fuck, I haven't cooked, like I've run out of food.
Yeah.
And I was like driving past GYG and I was like,
danger.
Shall I dip in there?
Yeah.
Like, then there's that conversation again, right?
Yeah.
Whereas like, if it's in the fridge, I know it's in the fridge. I'm not, like, I'm smelling goozy, but I'm not eating it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I literally, if you know you've got your food in the fridge, you're going back to eat that food. I'm not looking at what else is on the road.
Yeah.
But knowing that I didn't have food, I was like, ooh, that could be yummy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
What do you do to stop yourself from going to get it? Like, do you have like, because I know like eating food at home isn't like as good as getting like takeaway.
To be honest, right now, I don't have the option in the way of like
budget wise.
Man, like every single thing that I earn is going straight back into the business. Like I literally my finances are like at the moment. I mean, I'm not on top of them massively, but like I know there's no extra spending at the moment. Do you know what I mean? There's no disposable cash. It's like whatever I get goes fucking, if I can afford rent and eat, bosh, straight back into the business. Let's get this shit firing. Do you know what I mean?
I think that's like it's a shit situation to be in, but at the same time, it's like teaching you to be disciplined with other parts of your life. So with like your budget and stuff like that, you've got your priorities. You're investing back into yourself.
And then everything else kind of adds up, right? Because it's like, you know, do you want to go out and get fucked this weekend?
Yeah.
No.
Because
it's not firstly going to get me any further towards my goals.
Exactly.
And secondly, I don't have the money is not going to fucking vodka sodas, man.
Yeah.
Like the money's going to go back to fucking, I don't know, t-shirts or the amount of time I have to spend editing these.
Yeah.
That's fucking money.
Yeah. So just being hell strict with your budget is probably like helping you with your diet without you even noticing.
Yeah.
Like you're just like, I can't get that. But like if I did do that, it would affect me negatively in two ways. Like I would lose if it's expensive and I'm not probably getting anywhere near as much like nutrients and like the good stuff from the food that I've got in my fridge waiting for me at home.
100%.
And that money can just sit there and wait for something better.
It's different if you don't have, let's say it's like fucking Friday night, it's 9 p.m. I have no food in the fridge.
Yeah.
Then the conversation is, all right, what's the best value for money, quickest, convenient, macro friendly?
Yeah.
As close as you can get to that, whatever the fuck that is when but do you know what I mean? Like grilled.
Yeah. Oh, I am.
You know,
I'm a sucker for grilled, dude. We get Uber Eats at our house now, so it's dangerous.
It's nuts, isn't it?
Yeah.
Grilled is mint. Grilled, for people that don't know, they're like
healthy burgers.
Healthy burgers, as healthy as they can be, but they're not like sloppy and
they're crisp and yummy.
Yeah, grilled, aren't they? And then like obviously within that, you can then go, all right, sweet. Well, if I get the grilled chicken burger with jalapenos on it and salsa, then it's like probably better than me getting the works with bacon and cheese and fucking. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then you can have those conversations, I suppose. But I think if I have food in the fridge, it's not usually a conversation I need to have with myself.
Yeah.
If I haven't cooked it, but there's food there, that's probably the toughest chat.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, fuck, I can't be asked to cook my food.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I feel like that's probably where meal prep would come in handy, where you're just like, I did this on Wednesday, so I'd see you sitting there, but I get it. When you've got to cook it, it's not the funnest.
But then if you go like you've done, you've had so if say I cooked on fucking Sunday night, right, and I've had dinner, so then that food then carries over to Monday lunch, Monday dinner, Tuesday lunch. Then Tuesday after evening comes around and you're like, I've got to do that again. Fuck.
Yeah. That's like another thing as well that you got to like say to yourself, like, is it worth just doing it like a full day on Sunday? And then it just eliminates me being able to be like, oh, I've got to cook, so I'm going to get this. So it's like another reason why, I don't know.
Yeah.
Trying to like make it as easy for yourself as you can.
100%. Yeah. 100%. Like you said.
Just can't answer my own question.
Yeah. But again, it's interesting.
Sunday's cooking day now.
Fuck.
God
damn it. What do you think the main, what does success look like to you? What's the goal? What's your, and there's never going to be an end goal, right? But like, what's your ideal day look like?
My ideal day would be
about 4 questions in there. Sorry. Let's do the ideal day one first.
It would be to be able to do whatever I want, wherever I want, with whoever I want.
Fuck yeah.
I don't know what the other ones would be, but yeah, just to be able to not worry about like obviously not worry about like money, but to be able to just hang out with like my friends, do whatever I want, and kind of, I don't know, not have to like, I wouldn't say necessarily like work, because like feel like I love my job, so it's kind of
Yeah.
like I still like to do that. That would probably be still a part of a day if I could choose to do whatever. Like still training people is fun as. So I would probably just want to go on holidays a lot more. I don't know. Be able to,
I think be able to do what you do, obviously the in-person thing's tough,
yeah,
but to be able to do what you do from anywhere
yeah,
would be cool, right?
yeah,
Like if I like doing what I'm doing, i.e. programming, check-ins, blah, blah, blah,
yeah,
but I can do those from Bali.
yeah.
Sound.
I met a lot of PTs in the gym that I was in when I was living in Bali that did that. They were just like online coaches and stuff like that. And they had like, one of the dudes was saying he only had like 20 clients, but they were all like high paying clients, and he just took care of them, and just literally just 4 hours in the morning. That's it.
Perfect.
And I was like, man, how do I do that?
Teach me.
Yeah.
That is sick, isn't it?
Super nice guy, super humble, just lived with his misso over in Bali, and they were both super nice. So
That's mad, isn't it?
That would be I would say that's pretty successful to me.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yeah. Eventually to be able to like have a kid and be able to be there a lot more for him and control the time that you're away a lot more would be pretty successful in my eyes as well. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Hey.
Yeah.
Like you say, because if you're only working 4 hours in the morning,
you're there.
Yeah. And you pick those hours.
Yeah.
If you're doing 4 hours a day.
Yeah. So
what's the book 4 Hour Work Week? Have you read that one?
I haven't read it, but I know which one you're talking about.
I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, I suppose, isn't it?
Who's the dude who, do you know?
Is it Tim Ferriss' book, or have I made that up?
No, I'm pretty sure it is.
Is it?
Yeah. Look it up.
Do we check?
Get Jamie.
Jamie check for us. For those of you who don't know, there's nobody over there. It's just me and my Google. What were we saying? 4 Hour Work Week. 4 hour.
It's the dude that Chris.
Jamie. That's great. Tim Ferriss.
Yeah.
Bosh.
He has a hell good podcast out with Creative Wisdom. Well, no,
who Tim Ferriss does?
He was on a podcast episode with I think Chris Williams.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. That was really good.
I won't look for that now, but I will definitely look for that. That's mad. Is that recent, was it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Cool
I need
guy.
to listen to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just smart. Oh, James Clear is Atomic Habits, isn't it? And then 4 Hour Work Week's Tim Ferriss. Yeah. Cool. I thought they were same geezer for a sec. Not. Yeah. That would be cool, wouldn't it? I think I'm the same. That's what I want.
Do you miss like traveling and stuff?
Fucking earth.
Yeah.
100. But again, it kind of like, yes, absolutely. More than anything. But that's kind of why I'm doing what I'm doing now, so I can do that again.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's that kind of like...
That's your end goal.
I have this battle, to be honest, daily, and I had it really, really bad probably 3 years ago. There was like, all I've ever done is travel, live in some fucking mad countries with some mad people, doing sick shit. So then it's like, well, why can't I just do that forever?
Why can't you do that forever?
Exactly. But then if I sacrifice this time now, can I do that forever again? But better.
Yeah. That's a very good way to look at it.
And like non-fucking stop.
Yeah.
Because I think I could probably do it forever as I used to do it, but would it be sustainable forever? Or would I find myself in this kind of like, at the end, like, fuck.
Yeah. It's a more sustainable way
of
doing it. Yeah. Sacrifice now for a longer.
Yeah. Because I think especially when I got here and like, I couldn't do that anymore, COVID and all that sort of stuff. then I was like, oh shit.
Mm.
Like I can't, like I'm starting again,
Yeah.
which is fine. And I've started again a quadrillion times.
Yeah.
But I would like to not be fucking 40 starting again. Or like if I am, not start again, but start from experience and be like, all right, sweet. You know, I built this over here. So
Yeah.
the new thing that I do, hopefully something's transferable from there or.
Mm.
Yeah, I think mainly it's funny, isn't it? Because then it's like the reason you do all of this is so you can travel and go and get on a plane and shit again.
Yeah.
But like you say, if you were doing that anyway, why did you have to stop doing that?
Yeah.
But
No, I was just interested. Yeah.
I think my brain that's like, I've literally just had that in my head for years, I think.
Yeah.
Like that's a constant battle that I have with myself, I think.
Yeah.
As you could probably tell by my answer.
Yeah. No, it's good though. Having having something to kind of keep you on track. It's like, yeah, I could do that, but I could still do that, but for longer if I do it this way.
Yeah. What I have learned in this sort of short time frame that I have been in the same spot is like, hopefully it's not like this forever, but I think to get ahead, and this could be transferable into training and stuff like that as well, like to get ahead, you probably are best off just kind of like just bunkering down for a little bit.
Yeah.
And just being like, okay, like I'm not going to move. I'm not going to, like, I can just do the same thing.
Focus.
Because that routine does breed success, right? It breeds growth anyway. Just being like, same food, same place, same gym, blah, blah, blah. Like if I go from place to place, my gym is going to take a hit because I might not have the money or the time to go to a gym, or I might not be somewhere there is a gym.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think you could sort of say the same thing for business growth as well, right? If I was just trying to do what I'm doing now, but from fucking 4 different million places.
Yeah.
But if I can get it to a point at which that is attainable, then that'd be good.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah. I don't know. It's tough, isn't it?
Yeah. I feel like it's just one of those things that you just got to keep chipping away at it, and to do things that you're uncomfortable doing, I feel like is where that, I don't know, it's like doing the things you don't want to do kind of like makes you not want to do it, if that makes sense, but you want to try and, I don't know.
Well, I think the cliche of it is if you do something that you don't want to do, there's growth from it, right?
Yeah.
Like every time you're like, fuck, I don't want to do that.
Yeah. But what I was trying to get at was like, but when you're doing it, you're like, oh, I don't want to do this all the time. I just want to go on a holiday.
Yeah. So if I put the time in now, so so you reap the rewards later. Yeah.
So you
just keep fucking doing it. But then you kind of have to just have blind faith that it's going to work. Do you know what I mean? Like with this stuff, with the videos and blah, blah, blah. Like,
how are you going with all these podcasts? And
yeah, like it's good. That's great. It's fucking great because we just get to sit here and just fucking have a chat. Do you know what I mean? Which is sick. I love doing them. But like, there's not necessarily any like linear growth that you can see from it. Do you know what I mean? Like some episodes do great, some not so good. I should probably test data and figure out why that is, but that's something I lack in myself, is like that kind of like the data of stuff. But I'm not really a numbers geezer.
Cool to chat to some cool people. And
to be honest, bruv, that's what I'm like. If we tie into what Dow's doing, right, and just being like, she just does it because she loves it.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it'll be
organically.
And it doesn't matter whether it fucking works or not, because I just get to sit down with sick people and have sick conversations. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're pretty all right. Like at the gym, we actually get to talk, but there are some people that you just like, but you barely fucking see, or like you chat to them for 2 minutes and it's like, I'd quite like to actually get to know you as a person. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So this kind of allows that.
Yeah. I feel like it's really cool. Your podcast, like there's a lot of people in the gym that I've seen there for years, but then actually getting to hear them talk, you get to like actually know who they are as a person. It's like, oh, this is really cool.
Mad, isn't it?
Yeah, it's awesome.
And that will happen with you. Like there'll be people that will, I assume anyway, Because like Alex has had some random people come up to him and just be like, "Oh, I listened to you." And he's like, we've never seen each before."
Yeah.
Which is really cool.
Yeah.
And there's people that you might have even known that you talk to on a regular basis that might be like, "I didn't fucking know that about you."
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's cool, man.
No, it is. It's sick. I really like it.
Again, I don't want to get caught up in the like, is it going to be anything? I don't know. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a weird place to be with like goals and things, right?
Yeah.
Because you're like, you need to have the goals to be going somewhere. We need to be wrapping this up soon, hey?
Yeah. Oh, I've just got a text from my cousin. He's
no worries.
It's fine.
Goals, having them is super key, but also like, I feel like you can get caught up in like what it should be or what you want it to look like. And
I think we talked about this the other day, and I was saying, I spoke to Dallas in the car, and I said, like, if all this went wrong, like what, like True Colors bombed, like we were stuck financially, I was like, what would you do with your spare time? And she was like, I would be making clothes.
yeah.
And I was like, oh man. And I went through a bit of a stage with training, like personal training. I like started off super stoked. I'm in the gym. This is awesome. Then I had a couple of negative experiences where I had clients that I was super happy with that I thought were going to convert over, and they just like didn't. And I kind of was like, oh, like, is it me or man? I was like, and then I started getting like cut about not making enough money and doing all this stuff. And I forgot why I loved my job so much. And that is just being in the gym, getting to train, getting to hang out with my friends, getting to like meet new people and help them with their goals and, you know, help them like come in if they're having a bad day. They're walking out happier than when they got there.
100%.
And to like remind yourself, like, why are you doing it? You're not doing it to make money. That's not maintainable. That's why I left the trade industry. I don't like that work. So why would I do it every single day until I die just to get a paycheck? That's just stupid. I want to do something that makes me really happy. So I think that's a really important thing to like remind yourself. It's like, if I was like, what would I do today if I wasn't like here, or like, I'd probably be training. Like I'd probably be doing something similar to this. So I just should be really happy that I get to do this as a job. I think that helps you like work harder towards it, and you don't want to lose that either.
Yeah.
So,
and like you say, if you like, it's exactly that. If you can then just keep turning up because you love doing it, it just means there's longevity in it, right? It's like, if I enjoy doing it, the days that I can't be asked, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
Like, it's not going to be sunshine and rainbows every day.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be like, fuck yeah, can't wait. But like, if I love it, on the shit days, it will just be less shit.
Yeah, 100%.
So you're more likely to just stick it out, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's cool. That's a cool conversation to have in your car. Just like, what would you be doing? Because it's true, isn't it? It is true. And like we say, I think we get caught up in like what should be happening, or, you know, how you thought it was going to go and blah, blah, blah. But I think understanding that what is going to happen is going to happen.
Yeah.
And you're just along for the ride.
Yeah.
So fucking have a bit of fun with it, right?
That's it.
What do you think the best piece of advice you've ever been given is?
Best piece of advice.
That's the reaction I get. Maybe I should warn people when that question is coming.
I think it was, don't trade your... someone was saying just don't trade your time for money.
Yeah.
Basically. That's probably the best thing I've heard. To just like, you know, you don't have much time on this planet, man. You don't want to be unhappy for the majority of it. Just to live. Yeah. Try and find something. And like, you probably won't find it like straight away or whatever, but that's why I went and did PTing, like kind of, I don't want it, like I took the advice by just being like, I don't want to like have that average life of just working just for the sake of getting a paycheck. I want to be fulfilled.
Being ready for your, 20-year retirement. You work for 60 years for fucking,
And I've seen my parents, like my mum and my stepdad, have worked really, really, really hard for what they've got. and I don't think they would regret any of it. But you know, I know for a fact, like my stepdad loves what he does.
Yeah,
Like
sick.
he loves being a builder. Like he
Yeah.
loves doing chippy work and stuff like that.
Mint.
And I was just like, oh, man, I need to like, it's not for me, but
Yeah.
like I need to find something that I'm kind of passionate about where I get to go to work. And I'm just like,
Yeah. Well, I saw something the other day as well that was like, because everyone's like, find your passion. But then someone was like, well, you got to build your passion.
yeah,
They were like, if you find something that you, like you said, the gym, right, that you'd like to do,
yeah,
you don't necessarily want to be a coach for the rest of your life. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
But like finding something that you like doing and then building on top of that will help you create something that you're passionate about.
yeah.
That kind of resonated with me, I think, because it's a lot of people are like, yeah, just find something you like you're passionate about. It's like,
It's easier said than done. I've got a lot of things I'm passionate
100%. Yeah. And like some of them don't pay.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's like, well, how the fuck am I supposed to make money from that? Whereas, yeah, I think it's important, like we said before, it's important to find something you like to do so the shit days aren't a shit.
Yeah.
But understand that the passion doesn't kind of just like fall in your lap. Like you still got to fucking work it, right?
What's the best bit of advice you've been given?
I fucking hope no one would ask me this question. Hey, fuck. I even thought about this the other day. I thought about just in case anybody asked me, what's it going to be? Oh man, I'm fully blanking.
Oh, that was another really, while you're thinking of that.
Thanks. You
There was
saved my life.
There was another, it was a reel on Instagram, and this young dude, like a young guy, he was like, if you want to be able to buy stuff without looking at the price tag, you need to have a job where you're not counting the clock or something. I was like, that's fucking gold.
It's mad, isn't it?
So cool, man.
So true, isn't it?
It is, and it's exactly what we're just like talking about there.
Yeah.
It's like, I feel like that's but it was just a cool thing to like.
Yeah. And the way he said it as well. It's like almost like a little mic drop. It's like, see you in a bit. Fuck, I really don't know, hey. Because it's like, is somebody giving me advice? Or am I going to now? And now I'm thinking the advice that gets given through your phone.
Jamie, pull up some.
Yeah. Pull up. Just Google some advices, please. I think, again, it's tough though, isn't it? Because one person said to me once, he was like, especially when I was traveling and things like that, I remember it. He was like, when are you going to stop doing that? Yeah. And I was like, what? I would have been 18, which means I'd only at the time done like maybe 4, 5 of the sort of like countries that I was traveling. Like it wasn't my 10 years, 12 years that I'm up to now that's like just fucking being in a bunch of different places.
Yeah.
But, and this was at the start of my journey, and he was just like, when are you going to stop and like sort your life out, basically? And I remember being like, never. Why the fuck do I have to?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that was kind of something I guess I carried with me, being like, just these middle-aged geezers just being like, this is what you should do. It's like, nah, bruv.
Yeah.
It's not it anymore.
Yeah.
But now I get older, I'm like, what would I have the same sort of conversation? Would I be like to someone who's in my position? Because obviously I'm now 30 and starting again.
Yeah.
On this PT thing. If I was doing this PT thing when I was 19, by this point, I'd be way further along.
Yeah.
But like I wouldn't have then done all the other shit that I've done.
Yeah.
And then I wouldn't be the person I am because I wouldn't have done that shit.
Yeah.
So I think advice is great.
Yeah.
But also fucking
take the bits that work for you.
Yeah. But I think that's tough knowing which bits to take and which bits not to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which bits resonate with you?
I feel like never take advice from someone that isn't doing better than you, I guess.
Or isn't in the position that you would like to be in.
Yeah.
At least, yeah.
Where you're just like, like if someone's telling you you should be doing this, or you should be, and you're like, bro, like you're not even doing what I'm doing, man. Like, why are you giving me that sort of advice?
I definitely need to think of an answer to that question, hey, because I still haven't answered it. So,
what would you give your 10-year-old you? What would you say to him? What advice would you give to him?
tough one, isn't it? It's like if I was going to say, flipping out, we've got 7 minutes left. That has gone well quick. Are you mad?
It's good combo.
That's crazy, bro. What? That's mint. Oh, well, fuck the rest of the questions off then. We'll answer this one, and then I've got one more just so people can find you and follow you and shit.
Okay.
It's kind of like, it's annoying, really, because it's like evidence-based training sort of says this a lot, doesn't it, Adam Sullivan? Like, you wouldn't change anything.
No.
So it's kind of like just fucking be open to shit.
Yeah.
Say yes to shit.
Yeah.
Do fucking as much as you possibly can.
Yeah.
Just go and do stuff. And lean into stuff that you like doing. Contradicting that if there is a tough road. If you have a decision to make and like one road's really easy and one road's really tough, you're going to gain more from going down the tough one.
Yeah.
In the long run, it's going to fucking suck, but like you will get more from that.
Yeah. You'll grow.
So I think like just be open to shit, go and do shit, live your life.
Yeah.
Say yes.
Yeah.
To everything and sort of like face the failures, I suppose. The one thing I've learned recently when this journey is like just time's going to pass, right?
Yeah.
Like whatever's going to happen is going to happen. So just like embrace what happens as it happens.
Yeah.
If it sucks, soak it up.
Yeah.
Learn from it, move on. If it's great, soak it up.
Yeah.
Enjoy it at the time because it's not going to last forever.
Yeah, that's it.
That's a big thing as well, isn't it? Is being like the best times I've ever had have come to an end. And the best times that you will ever have haven't necessarily happened yet.
Yeah.
But everything's temporary.
Yeah.
So just love it while it's there and live through the shit while it's there. Cause it'll be fun.
Yeah. Cool, man.
How do people find you, follow you? Say somebody wants desperately to be trained by you. How do they reach out? What do they do?
Just DM me on Instagram, Muscle Mastery. And yeah, I've got. Yeah, that's about it, man.
What can they get from you if they wanted to?
So I've got just my Muscle Mastery package, which is just you get your online coaching, you get your meal plans, and you get a face-to-face with me, which is your $99 package.
That's worth fucking way more than that.
Yeah. No, it's good. It just helps me to be able to help them as much as I possibly can.
Fuck yeah.
And track like their progress as much as they can track their own progress as well. So
fuck yeah. That's mad. And then True Colors, how do you spell that on Instagram?
So True Colors is just true. It's just how
is that literally it?
Yeah.
There's not like more S's.
No, I think there's a Z maybe at the end. I have to check. But yeah, if you put in True Colors, it'll pop up. It's like a pink little circle with like writing.
And then just when you see festival clothes, you know you're there.
Yeah.
You've made it.
100%. So if you're looking for some fancy clothes for girls and guys,
hit
them up for sure. We got a sale going, I think.
Fuck yeah. I think.
Yeah. No, I think it might have
Pretty
been.
sure.
I think it ended yesterday, but we'll see.
Bruv, that's fucking mint. I appreciate you coming on.
Yeah,
thank you very much, man. That was mad. Can't believe that went so quick.
Fun flew, man.
My man.
All right.
All up.
Peace.